Hey, and we're back. Happy Wednesday, everyone.
Hello,
Um,
hello.
this is A&M Entertainment, Hive with Sexy Shay, and I have a special guest for you guys. We have the lovely, the one and only Ms. Nada.
hmm Hello,
Hey, how's?
everyone. Thank y'all so much for having me.
hmm So, how are you today?
Oh, I'm good. I'm glad to be here, and I'm just ready to hit this topic and let's talk about it. I love it. Let's do it.
All right, let's go. So as you all know, the Ava DuVernay's The New Gods film was confirmed by Warner Brothers. She is currently developing the script and writing it as we speak. 2 years later, because it was announced in 2018, it's 2020. And real quick, Nata, just want to go on some few points about as far as what we know so far about the film. So I'll begin. So we know that Darkseid and Furious is going to be in there. We know that Mr. Miracle and Big Bart is going to be in there. Um, and then you have New Genesis with Highfather, Orion, and then you have Apocalypse with Granny Goodness, and many Desaad and many other um, DC comic characters of this folklore.
Mhm.
So um, with the film, being that we know there hasn't been much news coming out from it even today, what do you think um, as far as your expectations of the film is going to go for it?
Well, my expectations are sky high, especially with Ava DuVernay and with the potential that this story has. This is a amazing story. A lot of people, I mean, if you're familiar with the whole Superman and all the Justice League stuff, then you're pretty familiar with Darkseid himself. But for the layperson, they may not know about Apocalypse and New Genesis and things of that nature. And I think this is a wonderful opportunity to actually bring
Mhm.
it to the forefront, bring out some of those lesser known characters. I'm really excited about seeing a real Darkseid on screen. Um, all shade. And also, I'm very excited. I'm very
No tea,
excited
but all shade.
also, very excited about getting Granny Goodness because I know she's coming as well. She's actually one of my favorite characters from Apocalypse.
Mhm.
Her and some of the other Furies, but I'm just really excited about that. I know Ava has the ability to do it. She has a vision to do so. So I just
Mhm.
hope that they give her free reign and let her do her thing. I'm excited.
Mhm. Yeah. So earlier before we started, you had said that there was a little rumor or a little casting call
Yes.
for someone to potentially play Granny Goodness. Could you kind of elaborate on that for us?
In my studies today, I was looking and I came across a story that mentioned that Kathy Bates was being rumored to play Granny Goodness. And so that made me super excited. I love Kathy Bates. I think we need to see Kathy Bates on the on a comic book movie, superhero movie. You know what I mean? I mean, she needs to bring in that gravitas and that weight, and do her thing. And I think she would do excellent in this role as Granny Goodness.
Hmm. That's good.
Misery, all this other stuff. What was it? American Horror Story. She
Oh
was
yeah.
great in this role.
Oh yeah.
Perfect.
I can definitely see her doing this role.
Mhm.
And and it's funny how that as we were just low key talking, well, high key talking about the Zack Snyder's version of the New Gods in comparison to this one, we can both agree that Ava DuVernay's New Gods is going to legitimately look like comic book accurate adaptations or interpretations of the New Gods, like Darkseid. Because I feel as though in my mind I see Ava DuVernay doing like a mix of the Superman animated series Darkseid combined with like the New 52. If anyone has seen Justice League War,
Mhm.
that version Darkseid just not as like huge, like maybe like the size of Thanos. Um, and then maybe as far as the actor, whoever they give him, they can do like kind of like a motion cap and then and use CGI enhancements with it, not like a completely CG rendered character.
I couldn't think of any current actor that has a physicality that I have in mind to play Darkseid. So I think they would
Hmm.
have to do the motion capture to
Yeah.
do so. Do you have anyone in mind, possibly, that they could use as a base for Darkseid?
Hmm. Mm, no, Like I feel like for Darkseid and even some new characters of New Gods, they have. I think they'll be best to pick unnamed actors or unknown actors. Actors that we've never heard of that are not really up and coming, but they've been doing like small indie type of film.
Hmm.
Um, just kind of build up their credit, and then because I feel as though I find those type of people really surprise a lot of the fans and their general audience in their performance.
I agree.
Kind of similar how when WB hires a lot of horror-based directors like James Wan to do superhero films, and those turn out to be really, really good.
You know why? It's the attention to detail, I think. I think to do a horror
Yeah.
film, you gotta have attention to detail, and they bring that into this universe. And I also
Hmm.
think Ava DuVernay has an attention to detail. I think
Yeah.
she understands, from what I've heard, she understands like the mythos of Apocalypse and Dark Side and all that kind of stuff, and Big Barda.
Hmm.
So, like I said, I'm super excited. I can't wait. I can't wait till
Hmm.
they start filming so we can get like snippets of things. I'm eager for it and I want it right now.
Right. Like I feel like we can at least get some concept art or something. Like they can, they can release
Come,
like
give me something. Throw me something.
right.
That's all I want.
Exactly. Just tease us something here, because the thing is like we know it's coming. It's just like I feel like people are already have forgotten about it because it's been like 2 years
Hmm.
since it was first announced, and I was really hoping we get some type of tease something from it from DC fandom, but didn't happen. Just like there was no Green Lantern or Superman announcement, but
Let's not talk
that's
about that.
right.
Okay,
That's here or there with that disappointment there.
too soon.
Just a little too soon. So with that, being said, so with the new gods, how would you think this is going to tie into the universe? Because as we know, we have Zack Snyder's Justice League in his Snyderverse, and he's already introducing a version of new gods in form of
Mm.
Uxas or soon to be Darkseid,
Baby
Steppenwolf.
Dark Side. Baby Dark
Yeah,
Side.
yeah, that fusion of
Mm.
Uxas and Darkseid. That's just adorable.
Mm.
Um, then you have Steppenwolf, you have Desaad, you have some a lot of his rendition of Apocalypse, the ships and everything, as you saw from the trailer.
Hmm.
So that's gonna be on in its own little universe. But then you have Ava DuVernay's New Gods, and you got all the upcoming DC films. So and you have Flashpoint, which supposedly is supposed to kind of like recorrect the narrative flow of everything, make the universe make more sense going forward. However, I just feel with WB and DC's track record so far, where it started back in 2011 all the way to now, combined with the drama and toxicity of the fandom and the drama surrounding by Ray Fisher and Warner Brothers. Do you really think this actually gonna be an actual linear universe going forward? Because I feel as though after Flashpoint, it's just going to be called Worlds of DC, where you have the multiverse, and you just have fans and young audiences just have multiple, nuggets to chew on, post Flashpoint. So you have a little nibble on a little Snyderverse over here, and nibble on the Prime universe over here, and nibble on, multiple Batman, multiple Flashes, like so many possibilities with the multiverse now, and I feel as though they might just go with the worlds of DC, not the DC cinematic universe or DC film universe. I really feel like that. Our boy Jody Thomas. I just don't think it's gonna happen at the Flashpoint. But what do you think about it?
Well, I think because of the timing of Flashpoint as it falls into in the slate of movies, that it has the potential to actually allow for us to have all these other universes out, multiverses out, for a little while, and then he's going to draw it all back together. I think that's the perfect opportunity to do so.
Mm,
And I think having new guys come after Flash would be even better because Flash has set the timeline straight. Um, new guys is going to bring in the big bad, and they're going to do it the right way. They're going to
mm,
flesh out Apocalypse a little bit more, give you more backstory and what's going on, and it's going to tie it to the main universe. I'm a fan of having one singular main universe myself.
Mm,
Only because I know that the layperson watching these movies is not, they're gonna just think it's all a big jumbled mess. So
mm,
I think, it makes sense to tie it all in and tie it together. So that is my hope. I think, like I said, Ava's movie is the opportunity to introduce the bad in the universe. Flash's movie gives the opportunity to reset the timeline with the good in the universe, and then they just converge together. I think that's a wonderful opportunity that's coming.
mm.
Obviously, we watch DC fandom, and they have other thoughts in mind. At least they're teasing other thoughts in mind. So I guess we just have to wait and see.
Okay. And with DC fandom, they never mentioned a Superman film or the Green Lantern film, even New Gods. Those three right there. Those three titans. I personally was actually hoping for all three of those to be something announced, and we never got it. So, do you think they're actually saving that a little down the line, down the road, post the Flashpoint film?
I think that was a missed opportunity. To be honest with you, I think why wouldn't you pull out all the stops for this momentous occasion? There was opportunity to really whet people's appetite for what DC
Mhm,
has coming up. Of course, they
mhm.
teased all the other stuff. People got excited about the games and the Batman, and of course, we're always excited about that. And of course, Wonder Woman that blew my mind even more so. But I
Yes,
think
the
it was
cheetah
a missed
reveal.
opportunity. Cheetah,
Mhm.
don't get me started on that. O'Shea, don't get me
What you
started.
mean?
But anyway.
What you mean? It's already That's already
I could go. We
divisive.
only have so much time in the world, and I could
Yeah,
go
that's
on
true.
and on and talk about my love. Do you not see this? You see what's
Oh,
going
I
on?
know. Oh yeah,
Oh,
oh yeah,
okay.
yeah. Y'all see, Linda Carter and Gal Gadot back up in there. That's
Yeah,
right.
it's a little old, little new, whatever. Anyway, so
Hmm.
I just I got distracted now, but I really think it was a missed opportunity. I think there was an opportunity to put everything out on the table and say this is what we're gonna do, and I think they're still unsure about where they want to go with it. So that's why they're
Hmm.
only giving like snippets of it. I don't know if it's gonna have the same effect if you wait till later on and say, oh, by the way, we got a Superman movie coming out. When people were so hyped up about it during this event. I mean, they could
Hmm.
have rode that hype train for another 2 or 3 years until they got everything together on the Superman movie. And I just think it was
Hmm.
a missed opportunity, in my opinion. I still enjoyed it, but
Right.
could have been better. It was a missed opportunity.
Yeah, definitely. And I feel as though with all this what's going on, and then you have the virus still looming around and everything, and then you got uh the fans and I'll say the general fans, then the extreme fans,
Mm-hmm.
which I feel as though we are which are I feel like they are at war with each other because a lot of fans, the extreme ones, they want Snyder to continue with his 5 movie arc vision, which concludes with Justice League 3, which um well basically it ends up Ben Affleck's Batman sacrifices himself, and then you have the Green Lanterns in there, you have Manhunter in there, and Superman, and they all team up together to take down Darkseid forever, stop him, basically like a Justice League Dark Apocalypse War, that type of something like that. Um, so yeah, and then you have, and so I with that going on, and then you got you know um the Sonyverse, you got the Batverse, which, well, I say the Batverse at this point because as of right now, pre Flashpoint, the Batman is an Elseworld story until the Flash film comes out. So I feel where I stand on it, I really believe it's kind of like time will tell with me, and we'll find out. For me, what will secure my faith in a sense in the universe in the in an actual linear universe going forward is if in the Flash film, uh, the Flash, Ezra Miller's Flash in his new suit, which concept art, I really like the concept art of his new suit. That's
Anything
what
was
you
better
call
than that. Anything was better
that's
than
what
what
you
they showed us.
that's what you
Let's be
call a
honest.
legitimate cinematic Flash suit. Like, dang, for sure. But what will solidify for me my confidence in an actual linear universe going forward post is if in the film when we get to the prime universe and Flash is in Gotham and we see Robert Pattinson's Batman. If I see that, I'm like, okay, cool. If I don't, I'm sorry. I'm gonna say it's gonna be Multiverse Worlds of DC, and it's just gonna be like, hmm.
Well,
See a DC film when it
time
comes
will
out.
tell. Time will tell. We still there's still an opportunity for them to correct these things. I mean, I don't feel like they're on the wrong track. I just feel like they're kind of all over the place right now,
Hmm.
especially with the multiverse. Because I understand that it exists in the comic books. It's just it may be hard for the layperson, like I said, to comprehend that all that is going on if it isn't specifically stated and explained to them on the front end.
Hmm.
But
True.
I still have faith. I love DC. That's why we're here to talk about DC. I
Exactly.
have faith that they're gonna right the ship and get it together. They already started off, with Wonder Woman, obviously back in 2017. They had Aquaman follow behind that, so they have a vision. It's just about getting from point A to point B, and
Right.
if we will be there with them through the entire ride. I plan to be. That's my hope anyway.
Oh yeah, I plan to be there too. They can
Mhm.
then. I'm not gonna leave. I just feel as though how the evidence is stacked up right now, it just seems like they're just doing a world's multiverse of DC films going forward, not so much like the linear film universe like their lead competition in the MCU right now. But like you said, time will tell, and you know one can have hope.
I don't like we said earlier. I don't want them to copy Marvel, but I think it makes sense to do a linear universe. Even though they have all these other multiverses and things of that nature, but I think if you're really trying to establish a foothold and get the people's support behind you, the people want to support DC. They're waiting on it. They're just waiting on DC to get it right. But I think, in my opinion, and that's all I'm giving is my opinion, is that they should have one linear universe. Tie it all in. You can do all this stuff. We have these multiverses floating around right now, and when we have flashpoints, it'll
Hmm.
converge everything. And then, like I said, New Gods will just take it to the next level because it's bringing that one big bad in the universe to all of our heroes. So I'm excited. I am
Okay.
super excited about what's coming. We talked about Wonder Woman. There's a few more movies on the slate. Uh, some I'm more excited about than others, but
Hmm.
overall, I still think DC is on the right path. I just hope they don't fumble the bag. That's my hope.
All right. Well said, Renata. Well, I appreciate you having um taking the time out to kind of discuss this DC content with me. You guys look forward to more Hive with Sexy Shay and Ms. Nada going forward. I'm really excited to do more, have to discuss more DC and or Marvel content going forward with her. So look out for those. Uh, this is A&M Entertainment with the Hive with Sexy Shay and Ms. Nada, and like, comment, share, subscribe. We'll see you soon.